We're underway in a tightly contested matchup between the Phoenix Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces, with both teams finishing the first quarter locked at 20 apiece. This opening period showcased a balanced battle with the margin maintained throughout. Phoenix held a slight edge in rebounding, managing a +2 advantage in the category, and demonstrated strong ball movement, racking up 3 more assists than the Aces. The Mercury also benefited from fewer turnovers with a +5 margin. For Phoenix, Alyssa Thomas was a key driver, contributing 6 points alongside 2 assists, resulting in a 13 fantasy point performance. Las Vegas relied on Jackie Young, who posted 10 points and a fantasy score of 14. While the Aces edged out Phoenix in three-pointers, the Mercury's control of the boards and assists is a strong foundation to build upon as we move into the second quarter. Natasha Mack's rebounding for the Mercury and the Aces' strong block presence will be important to watch going forward. Entering the second quarter tied at 20, the Phoenix Mercury seized control with a 23-19 run, breaking the deadlock and establishing a 4-point lead at halftime. While the Las Vegas Aces committed fewer turnovers, the Mercury's scoring advantage proved decisive. Satu Sabali spearheaded the Mercury's offensive push, contributing 14 points and garnering a fantasy score of 16. Alyssa Thomas' all-around play, 2 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists, also fueled the momentum, reaching a fantasy score of 12. Despite a strong performance from Chelsea Gray, who led all players with a fantasy score of 19, the Aces were unable to match the Mercury's overall efficiency. The Mercury's +2 rebounding margin and edge in three-pointers proved crucial. This quarter saw substantial momentum swings, with Phoenix surging to 47 points to the Aces' 51. The Mercury now lead by 4, 43-39, setting the stage for a crucial second half, where the Aces will need to exploit their blocking advantage and Gray's performance to regain control. Entering the third quarter with a 43-39 lead, the Phoenix Mercury continued to build their advantage, outscoring the Las Vegas Aces 17-15 to extend their lead to 6 points at 60-54. Phoenix's success stemmed from a balanced attack, but specifically Satu Sabalia's efficient performance, generating 14 fantasy points and just 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Alyssa Thomas controlled the pace with 5 assists, contributing 8 fantasy points, driving the Mercury's offensive flow. Despite Chelsea Gray's strong 13 fantasy point performance for Las Vegas, including 7 points and 4 rebounds, the Aces struggled to consistently answer. Phoenix's edge in offensive rebounding and assists proved crucial, leading to extra possessions and scoring opportunities. While the Aces committed fewer turnovers, the Mercury's advantage in key statistical categories, scoring, rebounding, assists, blocks, and three-pointers, proved too significant. The Mercury's 6-point lead sets the stage for a critical final period, where the Aces will need to disrupt Phoenix momentum to close the gap. Entering the fourth quarter, the Phoenix Mercury held a 6-point advantage, a lead they skillfully preserved through a tightly contested final period. While both teams managed 16 points, the Mercury's ability to limit turnovers, gaining a 6-point advantage in that category, proved critical to maintaining their margin. Alyssa Thomas spearheaded the Mercury's effort, contributing 6 points and 3 assists for a fantasy score of 17, anchoring the team's offensive rhythm. The Aces saw Kia Stokes dominate the boards, but despite her 7 rebounds, Phoenix's collective defensive pressure, particularly in steals where they outpaced Las Vegas by 4, limited their offensive impact. The Aces did close the gap in rebounding overall, winning by 5, but the Mercury's resilience and fewer turnovers ultimately secured their 6-point lead 76-70 as the game concluded. The Mercury's strong offensive and defensive performance in QQ4 established a comfortable lead. Chelsea Gray delivered a dominant all-around performance. 20 points and 10 rebounds showcased her ability to control the game. Gray's 10 rebounds were impactful, demonstrating a commitment to securing possessions. The Aces guard also dished out 4 assists, facilitating the offense. A truly efficient outing that, despite the loss, highlighted Gray's ability to elevate her team's potential and impact the game's flow. Alyssa Thomas orchestrated the Phoenix offense with remarkable precision. The forward's 13 assists were a clear catalyst, fueling a win against Las Vegas. Shooting an impressive 64% from the field, Thomas contributed 14 points and 6 rebounds, demonstrating all-around impact. Her performance, exceeding typical output, showed a commanding presence that the Aces struggled to contain. Jackie Young proved a consistent offensive force, contributing 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Her playmaking was especially impactful, leading to a fantasy score exceeding expectations by 1.3 times. While the Aces ultimately fell short, Young's ability to distribute the ball and contribute across the stat sheet kept her team competitive. A solid showing from the guard, though the team needs more to support her. Satu Sabali was a dominant force, leading the Mercury to victory with a powerful all-around showing. Her 22 points and 9 rebounds were crucial, demonstrating a clear ability to impact both ends of the floor. A remarkable 3-1 assist-to-turnover ratio illustrates exceptional decision-making. This efficiency and 2.4 times usual output highlights Sabali's potential as a primary offensive catalyst for Phoenix. Jewel Lloyd provided a strong scoring presence despite the loss. 17 points and 6 rebounds showcased a balanced contribution. Lloyd's efficiency was particularly impressive, converting 54% of her shots. A 2-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio also underscores a controlled and impactful performance. Lloyd's game is a key building block for Aces' consistency. Natasha Mack was a dominant force in limited minutes, delivering a high-impact performance for the Mercury. 7 rebounds demonstrate her focus on the boards, while her defensive presence noticeably disrupted Aces' possessions. Shooting 100% from the field speaks to incredible efficiency. A fantastic performance off the bench, exceeding expectations and providing a crucial spark for the team's victory. The Mercury's identity centers on the high-contribution core, distributing offensive responsibilities. Alyssa Thomas anchors the team, delivering significant points on offense and defense, a true two-way force. Satu Sabalia's scoring complements Thomas, providing a dynamic offensive threat alongside a solid defensive presence. While Whitcomb's impact is largely focused on offense, she provides critical scoring punch. This suggests a balanced approach. They aren't relying on a single star, but rather a trio capable of consistent scoring and solid defense. The Mercury's 14.2 average offensive points and 8.2 defensive points indicate a team that's building a strong foundation through versatile players, focusing on balanced contributions across the board. The Aces demonstrate a balanced offensive approach, consistently averaging 10.8 points per game. Chelsea Gray leads the team with 42 total points, showcasing her ability to score 25 points on offense and contribute defensively with 17. Jackie Young's 26 offensive points are crucial, adding another strong scoring threat in 28 minutes. While Young's defensive points are lower at 5, Kia Stokes anchors the Aces' interior defense with a significant 17 defensive points. This combination of Gray's all-around game, Young's scoring punch, and Stokes' defensive presence defines their strategic identity. The Aces aren't relying on a single star, but instead leverage multiple contributors to maintain consistent scoring and a strong defensive foundation. Despite a relatively similar reliance on depth, each utilizing 9 to 8 players consistently, the approach varied significantly. One team's wider rotation didn't equate to success. The more concentrated offensive approach, with a 3.4-point offensive advantage and a further 0.8-point edge defensively, proved more effective. This suggests a greater ability to capitalize on key strengths and limit opponent opportunities. The difference wasn't merely depth, but focused execution. Efficiency per minute reveals who truly maximizes their time on the courts. In this segment, Satu Sabali leads with 1.9 points minutes, proving incredibly impactful. Natasha Mack's 1.1 defensive points minutes is also elite. Notably, several bench players like Mackenzie Holmes showed higher efficiency than starters, suggesting valuable depth. These players like Sabali are not only scoring but also creating opportunities. It's about quality over quantity, and these players are delivering the most impact per possession.